Hello everyone, here I am with the sixth chapter, that is object-oriented databases and application. So what do you mean by object-oriented database concept? An object-oriented database concept is an object-oriented programming and relational database. It is a combination of object-oriented programming language and the relational database. So object-oriented programming consists of polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, object, class, but the relational database consists of integrity, concurrency, query processing, and these two types of object oriented and the relational database is encapsulated into one single form is known as object oriented database management system. So this type like object oriented programming and the relational database is a collection of one single unit, and that unit is known as, or it is named as, object oriented database management system. So object oriented database management system also has an object database definition. So object database definition are of different types. So what is an object? An object is an instance of a class. Instance means it is a representative of a class. Second is class. Class is a blueprint of an object. So if you want to build a house, whatever model you are creating is known as a blueprint. So object is an actual house, and what is the class? Class is just a blueprint, a model of an object. Method, it determines the behavior of the class. Means what the blueprint is telling, what it is narrating to us is known as method. Pointer helps to access elements of an object database and establish relationship between the object. Means it creates a mediator, or it creates a bridge between the database relations and the object. The next is polymorphism. Polymorphism means multiple forms with same behavior. Means multiple type of people are doing one single work is known as polymorphism. The ability allows the same program code to work in different data types is also known as a polymorphism. Means same program code means same people are doing one single thing, or many people are doing one single thing is known as polymorphism. What is inheritance? Inheritance creates an hierarchy relationship between related classes while making parts of code reusable. Means there is a relationship between parent and a child. Whatever qualities your parents are having, the same or somewhat qualities are integrated into you, and your qualities are going to be integrated into your children is known as inheritance. Means from parent to child and child to their children is known as an inheritance. Encapsulation means different types of objects, different types of methods or variables are encapsulated, different types of people are encapsulated in one single room. Means they are locked into a one single room is known as encapsulation. Like a tablet. What is an abstraction? Hiding and relevant data. Means whatever is important or whatever information is necessary, only showing that data is known as abstraction. Means hiding the important data, and what is important only sharing that much is known as abstraction. For example, if I am sharing some secret with a friend, but I am not sharing the whole secret, I am only sharing the little part of it is known as abstraction. So different characteristics of object-oriented database management system are: first is easy to link with programming language. So easy to link programming language means you can have a relationship between the database and the programming language with the database queries, which will help you to connect easily with the programming language too, and also with the database. Second is no need for user defined keys. Means object oriented database management system automatically generates IDs associated with each of the object. Means if you have created the object, automatically the IDs are created, so that no user defined keys can be or should be done. Easy modeling, it can easily model a real world object, hence are suitable for application with complex data. Can store non-textual data, means it can store images, it can store audios, videos and different kinds of data, is known as can store non-textual data. Means which are the four characteristics? Easy to link with programming language, no need for user defined keys, easy modeling, and can store non-textual data are the four characteristics. What is object? Object consists of entities and attributes which can describe the state of real world object and actions associated with that object. Means structure of object is created with the help of constructor, and whatever properties are used to construct that object, those properties are referred, or those properties are known as attributes. Got the point? Object is created with the help of constructor, and whatever properties are used to construct or to structure the object, it is known as attribute. They have three types. The first is message. The message provides an interface or an acts as a communication medium with an object between an object and a real world entity or an user. Means it is a communication channel between the object and the user, where you can communicate with the machine or a program where you are doing the program. There are two types: read only message and update message. Read only message means whatever output is shown on the screen, you just read and do not react anything, do not type anything, is known as read only message. The second is update message. Means you put the input, you do some action on it, is known as update message. The second is method. Method is passed, then the body of the code that is executed is known as method. Means whatever program you are running, the body of that code is executed is known as a method. There are also two types, that is read only method and update method. Read only method means whatever variable you are running or whatever code you are running, there must be a variable. If there are no changes after doing some action on it, is known as read only. And update method means the changes are done in the method, is known as update method. The next is third is variable. It stores the data of an object. Any type of data like integer, float, string, letters can be stored into a variable. For example, int a is equal to 10. A is a variable where you can store the data into it. It is a storage factor. It is a box where you can store the data, is known as a variable. So three types of objects are message, method and variable. The next is spatial data. A spatial data is associated with geographic location such as cities, towns, etc. Means a spatial data is optimized to store a data query representing object. Means whatever data is related to geographical location like cities, areas, towns, is known as spatial data. It only stores the data where geographic space comes. There are two types of spatial data, that is computer aided design, CAD data. So the computer aided design system traditionally stores data in the memory during editing or other processing and wrote the data back to the file at the end of the session of editing. Means whatever data you are processing, whatever thing you are doing, means you are clicking multiple photos into your camera. So that data will not store one by one, it will store it at the end of the session after clicking all the photos is known as CAD. The drawback of such scheme includes the cost as well as of transferring the data from one form to another form. Means it takes time also, it takes cost also. From one form it has to store all the data at one single time, means it takes times to store that data, is known as CAD. Got the point? What is CAD? It traditionally stores the data into memory after processing all the data, is known as CAD. The second is geographic data. A geographic data such as road maps, land uses maps, political maps showing boundaries, land ownership maps, and so on. Means whatever data which shows you the geographic location, geographic road maps, geographic boundaries, that is known as geographic data, which only stores the data about the location, information associated to the location such as elevation, soil type, annual rainfall, weather, that is known as geographic data, which has each and everything in certain ways, maps and satellite images of the typical example of geographic data. जो भी डेटा स्टोर करता है ओनली एक एरिया के बारे में, सिटी के बारे में, लाइक रेनफॉल कितनी होती है, धूप कितनी है, बारिश कितनी है, या सॉइल कैसा है, ये सब जियोग्राफिक डेटा में स्टोर किया जाता है. सो दैट इज नोन एज जियोग्राफिक डेटा. सो द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ स्पैटियल डेटाबेस आर: it is a database, it stores the data model and query language, it provides a proper implementation with the help of an algorithm, means it has a different kind of algorithm to store the data, and to store the data after the end of the session, after doing all the process, it stores the data at the end of the session, is known as spatial data. So thank you and stay tuned for the second part.